Hey all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be doing my monthly low buy check-in for the month of September. September really flew by. I think it did for everybody. I can't believe spooky season is upon us. This is the season where I thrive, where I live, where I breathe, all of that good stuff. And I know a lot of you guys are the same way, so I hope you're having a really good start to your fall. But I do this video every month. This is my very first low buy year ever, 2022. So in this video where I recap at the end of the month, I go over everything that I did purchase throughout the month, anything I received in PR, because I don't feel like it's fair to be like, I only purchased one thing if I received 10 things in PR, because that means I still do have new stuff coming in. Anything I wanted to buy but didn't, old products I have been absolutely loving, anything I got rid of, and just in general, anything that's bringing me joy right now, anything that might not be related to makeup or clothing or hair or anything like that. But then at the very end, I do also want to chat about a few things just real quick. I did do this kind of in my very first low buy check-in where I just, gave a little snippet of what's going on in my life. But yeah, let's hop right into it. Piper, obligatory kitten tax. This one's getting into everything right now. Literally everything. Look at his pipes. Look at his big pipes. The kittens are 6 months old today, by the way. 6 months old. So if everyone wants to wish them a happy 6-month birthday, is that a thing? Well, it's a thing right now. Happy 6-month birthday to Piper. And Haggis is sleeping over there like a good cat, unlike this one. All right, let's talk about what I purchased. So my personal low buy is for makeup, skincare, hair care, but also clothing, because I said that I really wanted to fall in love with my wardrobe again, to invest in quality pieces where I could, but just not to buy so many things that were just like one-offs that I knew I wouldn't wear often, okay? So let's start with the makeup I purchased, and it was one thing, and that was the Shroud and Baddie Bean Hollow Bean palette. If you saw my review for this, you already know I absolutely love this. What I didn't say in the review, though, is that I've worn this like 80 times since. I keep dipping back into this palette. It is inspiring to me. It is like perfect Halloween season spooky to me. I love this palette. The quality is so good. And I will say this yet again, the link is going to be in my description box, as are links for everything that I'm talking about today. And it probably will say that it's sold out, but I encourage you to continue checking back because they are going to be doing repeated restocks. One of them is supposed to be very soon, so keep checking back. They are going to keep making this as long as there is a desire to have it. So I just really love this palette, not just for spooky season. I think that this palette works for me personally year round. The quality is so good. It's not patchy, it's opaque, it's beautiful. I don't regret buying it for a second. Now, you know how I just talked about how I wanted to buy things that were high quality when it came to clothing and really invest my money. So I'm going to tell you about one case where I broke that rule and it worked, and another case where I thought that I was obeying that rule and it didn't work. Okay, so that's a little confusing, but let's start with this shirt. So I love this shirt. Let me see. You might see my sweatpants that I'm wearing, but this is a cute little tie front crop top, okay, that has these like spooky Halloween prints on it. So we have bats and we have cats and we have skulls, and in all these little pumpkins it says creature of the night. I'm a Rocky Horror fan, so you would understand why that's piquing my interest there. Did I say I got it at Halloween Adventure? Wow, I'm dating myself there because I got this at Spirit Halloween. This cost me $30, and to be honest, the quality is somewhere, it's not the best quality ever, but it is not like Halloween costume material. It feels really soft, but is this an ethically made top? Probably not. Probably not. This is probably not like, a world quality top, but like, I love it, and the quality is like way better than I was expecting, and it fits really cute. I am going to be wearing this all the freaking time, like year round. And I know for most people this is like a Halloween gig, but anyway, they have a bunch of these tops in a bunch of different patterns. My girlfriend got one in like a trick or treat pattern. They have one with Jason on it, or ones with pumpkins. Those are a bit more Halloween. This one I feel like is just, I don't know, it's probably Halloween to most people, isn't it? But it's got like the palmistry things here. I don't know, I love it so much, and it's so soft, and it's really comfy. Then there was something else that I bought that I was like, I'm making an investment in this, okay? It's a statement piece that I will wear and I feel really good in. So here's the thing. This year for Halloween, I am going to be going somewhere out of town, and I'm going to dress up. I've been wanting to dress up, and I've been so excited, but I've been trying to find the right thing to wear. So I found this cute little set from Sourpuss. I'm going to pop a picture of it right here. It's a little top with a little boat neck, and it's got a matching skirt. Y'all, this thing was $90 for this set, and I hemmed and hawed over buying it, okay? I hemmed and hawed over buying it, and I finally did. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to invest in myself. And I got it, and it is the worst quality crap I've ever tried on in my life. It felt not even like a Halloween costume. It felt worse than a Halloween costume. It just was so crappy. Like, I can't even tell you how bad the quality was and how bad it looked on me. I returned it the same day I got it. I thought it was just awful. So the good part is that I got money back, but I did still want to talk about it because I do want to talk about those times where I'm trying to invest in myself, and maybe it's not always going to go as planned, but maybe I will find a $30 shirt that makes me 20 times happier than that $90 playset would have. You know what I mean? So I did wind up returning that. And I did wind up buying a few other things for a lot cheaper of a price for a completely different Halloween costume, but I'm going to wait to show you that until after I'm back from my trip because I don't want to spoil the surprise. I have some cool pictures in mind that I want to get in my costume, and I hope it works out. It's a very low-key costume this year. I was looking at some big ideas, and none of them were going to work. So this one is really low-key, but I think I can make it really good. I think it might be a little bit sassy. We shall see. But anyway, I'm really excited. Oh, something else that I purchased. I got my nails back. So you can see, it's hard to tell the color, but they're this like purple shifting metallic. So they look green in some lights and blue in some lights. And I got kind of, God, it matches my shirt. Some little spooky images. So we have spider webs and moons and dripping blood type stuff. And we've got this little snake, which I love. And I love, love, love. I think, is it this nail that's my favorite? Yeah, this nail is my absolute favorite. It's got like little eyes on it. There's the thumbs, but I feel so much more like me having my nails back. I keep clicking at people and I'm like, did you ever see the clip of Dolly Parton where she's telling people how she makes music? I have no rhythm. Dolly Parton, I am not. But I do feel like me, and I am including this in here because when I get my nails done, it is very not inexpensive. Is that a phrase? It costs a lot of money, okay? Because I've spent years trying to find the right person for me that I like the way they do my nails. And so I do pay money for that, like a good amount of money, but I really don't regret it. I don't know how long I'm going to have them on, but they feel good to have back on. Like I make hand gestures all the time. But yeah, I'm really excited that I have my nails back. And then the last two clothing items that I did purchase, I was considering not talking about these, but I wanted to be fair about talking about clothing that's coming into my collection, even if it seems like silly to other people. So this past weekend, my husband and I went to Cleveland, Ohio, which is about a 6-hour drive each way from Baltimore, to go to a concert. And that was because this concert, the only place that this lineup was taking place was one night only in Cleveland, and that was to see 9 Inch Nails with Ministry and Nitzer Ebb. I bet a lot of you have heard of 9 Inch Nails, but maybe not as many of you have probably heard of Ministry and Nitzer Ebb. They are older bands that pretty much set the stage for a lot of like the industrial music movement, and it was my first time seeing those two and probably my third or fourth time seeing 9 Inch Nails. But just to say, the show was amazing. It was so amazing, and it was just like, it was such a good time. 9 Inch Nails is always so good, but this show in particular, like, oh, be still my heart. It was just so cool. They brought a lot of old band members on stage and it was good, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So I did buy 2 pieces of merch at the concert. This is the first one that I had to buy. So if a lot of you might remember, Trent Reznor came out at Woodstock covered in mud and sang in the 90s, okay? And to me, this is the sexiest version of Trent Reznor there ever has been, ever will be, okay? I still think he's delicious and he could still get it, for being honest. But this version is, yeah, I enjoyed this version of Trent Reznor. So I had to buy this shirt, and then I also bought this hoodie. I needed a new hoodie anyway. I did get rid of 2 hoodies, by the way, to make room for this one. But this is a Broken hoodie, which I feel like is a little low-key. Like if you know 9 Inch Nails, you get it. And on the back, we have track listing from Broken. I freaking love it. I bought this in a size large, and the guy was like, "Are you sure? Because I'm 5 feet tall." And yes, I was sure. This goes down almost to my knees, and I am so thrilled. So this was kind of a clothing heavy month for me, right? Because I only purchased 1 freaking makeup item, but I did purchase quite a few clothing items, and I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel bad about anything that I bought. I still feel like I'm spending less than I was last year, but I'm bringing in pieces that I really love. This is also a month where I did receive quite a bit in PR, so let's go into what I got in PR. The very first thing I want to talk about really warmed my heart. So in my last low buy check-in, I mentioned how one of the things I really wanted to buy was this lotion by Derma E that was jasmine and vanilla scented, and oh my god, it smelled so good, and I hadn't purchased it yet, but I probably was going to. Derma E, I freaking love them. They reached out to me and they were like, we want to send you that lotion, okay, because you need it in your life. And I was like, I do need it in my life. So they sent me a full size of the lotion. I have been using this every single day. I love this scent so much, and I can't recommend it enough. Again, it's jasmine and vanilla, and it is so lightly scented, but delicious, and the smell lasts on me personally, that I just, oh my god, I love it so much. I really don't love flowery scents, so I'm surprised at how much I love this, but I feel like it's such a good balance of the jasmine and vanilla, and plus this is super hydrating, so I'm super happy with that. But they also sent me along this, which I have used many times before, and I'm glad to have a backup because I think I'm about halfway through my other jar of this. This is the Derma E Microdermabrasion Scrub. This feels so good when you just want to get rid of that junky, gunky skin and just have kind of a clean canvas to work with. In the winter, this is like my best friend for getting rid of dead skin, and it helps with my dry skin personally. I do not use this every day because this can be a little bit more hardcore, but I really love it. If you're looking for something that gives you a good exfoliation, a physical exfoliation, I really love this scrub. The next thing that was sent to me, I did a whole video about this and I've kept it in the packaging. This is the Kaleidos Night of Creation set. So this came, and it's so funny. I've used this so many times. I even kept the boxes in here. I've used this so many times, but I keep putting it back in here because I love this container. But it came with 2 eyeshadow palettes and 6 liners. I love this collection. I will be honest that I've used the eyeshadow palettes probably about 3 times total, but these pencils, I've been using them with almost every look. I always feel like they add such a beautiful, pigmented, highlighted, multi-chrome pop of color. I think the pencils are like the standouts of this collection, as is this container. I am just so blown away by this container. Oh wait, I gotta put the boxes back because I'm weird like they are. But I am so blown away by this container. I think it is so beautiful. I always just like play with it. It's like squishy. See? I love it. I love it. I love it. But this collection, I'm so happy to have it. So I'm so happy to Kaleidos for sending it to me. Another thing I also received that I have put some things about this on my TikTok. So this is the Nomad Hudson Valley palette. Doesn't that just scream fall to you? Like with this shirt even, I don't know. It screams fall to me, and I love the vibes this palette gives. So I feel like you have the changing colors of leaves here with the brightness, and oh my god, it's such a good color story. Like, I think I've said before that maybe the Monteverde Cloud Forest palette might have been my favorite color story. It might be this one, because I just love those fall warm tone vibes, but you also have these kind of cooler toned colors in here. Even this orange, I'm not going to call that cool toned at all, but it is a cooler tone than some of their bright oranges that they've done in the past. I just really dig this whole color story, and the quality is Nomad quality. It's so good, so I'm super thankful to have that. Skincare, let's talk about that real quick, because I got this and I'm waiting to use this. I'm trying to be better also in my low buy about using products up before opening new products, because if you have like 10 liquid eyeliners open, that's not good because they do go bad, and the same thing happens with skincare. So this is the Peach and Lily Peptide Pro Firming Moisturizer. I love a firming moisturizer. I just prefer it with my skincare in general, and I am almost done the current moisturizer I'm using, so I'm going to switch to this afterwards, but I'm really excited. It has some like great claims, and it sounds like it has good ingredients, so I'm excited to have that. And then the last thing, okay, I was unsure if I was going to show this because it's not really makeup related, but I still want to show this because I think it's so damn cool. I'm going to have to back up to show you this, so I'm sorry if the sound gets weird. So Liquid IV, who I've worked with in the past, sent me a little package. Let's see how much I can show this to you. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to take off the lid. I even put the boxes of Liquid IV back in here to show you all. So we've got 3 flavors of Liquid IV. There's like a tic-tac-toe game. There's a water bottle. And under here, okay, let's show you. So you take that first layer off and look at this. It is a mini beanbag toss set. I hate saying cornhole, I hate calling it cornhole. I know that's what it's called. It's a beanbag toss. So it's a little mini set, but also a baseball cap. I'm sorry, I'm calling this a fanny pack. I know a lot of people call it a waist bag, and a little deck of cards, but I just thought this case was so freaking cute, and I love it. You all already know how much I really, really love Liquid IV, so I'm always happy to get their packages because they have these really cool themed packages, but also I get more Liquid IV. So always, by the way, I do have a code if you're interested in using it to get a discount on Liquid IV. That is in the description box down below as well. Now, as far as items that I wanted to purchase but didn't, there was really only one, and it was the Strange and Unusual palette by Bella Butte Bar. And I don't know if it's Butte Bar or Butte Bar or Beauty Bar, but I'm going to say Bella Butte Bar. It is this beautiful palette. I'm going to put a picture of it right up here, and it's got a lot of spooky tones, sort of similar in a way like to the vibes of the Halloween palette. And I really liked the look of it, and I heard the quality is beyond amazing. Okay, so the first time it was sold out in 8 minutes, and then they did like 2 pre-orders since then, and those have sold out. But maybe keep checking back on them. The reason I didn't buy it, I'm not gonna lie, is because of the price. Now, I have spent more than this on eyeshadow palettes, but the price of the eyeshadow palette was $69, which I don't think is, what's the phrase I'm trying to think of here? Let me say, for Natasha Denona palettes, I have spent $129 on several of the palettes, okay? But that is because I know personally, I've been able to touch Natasha Denona, see how it wears on my skin, and I've been able to try it here and there, and I know the quality is amazing. So to do an indie palette from a brand I've never tried that's $69, that was just a bit of a leap for me. I would still really love to try this palette. I would love to try other palettes by the brand, so if you've tried anything else by them, leave recommendations in the comments below. I would love to try this brand out at some point, and the color story still really gets me, but that's one that I did pass on this month. As far as older products that I've been loving, I do have 2, and I might have mentioned these in other videos recently before, but one of them is my Gemini palette. This is still my favorite color story of all time. I keep thinking it's gonna be replaced by something else, but no, this is my favorite color story that has ever been done. And I love it so much. The quality is so good. I've been using this almost daily, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I keep trying to dip into other palettes. I did use this today. I keep trying to dip into other palettes, and I have such a hard time because this is my dream palette. We've got grungy tones, but also if you stay in this range, you just have a perfectly neutral eye. I barely did anything today, and it just works every time. And when I go to these greens, like, girl, I just really, really love it. I'm so glad that I've been using it again, and I'm so glad it's available again to so many people, so that makes me happy. I've also been loving this Koki Precise Longwear Liquid Liner. Really, really good. It is a felt tip, so if you prefer a brush tip, you will not love this, but it's such a smooth felt tip. First of all, it doesn't hurt. The felt tip is a little bit flexible, so you can draw it and it doesn't like scrape on your eyelid, but the pigment is so smooth and even, which is what I like. I feel like a lot of times you'll get like either a heavy blotch of ink and then it'll fade, or vice versa, that when you end, you'll just get a blotch, or it'll be patchy in the center. This is the same all the way across, and I just really, really love that. And when it says long wear, it is long wear. This is not coming off until you take it off. I don't care if you're a crier, if you're a weeper, if you're an eye rubber. It doesn't go anywhere until you take it off with remover, and it's just beautiful. I just really, really love it, and it's super affordable. And as far as stuff that I've gotten rid of, how's 18 eyeshadow palettes for you? I am still so proud of myself, patting myself on the back. I did a massive eyeshadow palette declutter. If you want to see that, I will link that video down below. But I'm really proud of myself how many I got rid of. I thought I was going to get rid of like 5 tops, and I got rid of 18. It makes me feel so much better to look at my eyeshadow palette collection now, where I can see everything and I know where everything is. And it's just like, I used to have to take out palettes to get to the ones underneath, and now I can just see it all. And that makes me feel so good, and it makes my palette collection so much more accessible. Now, other things that are bringing me joy, I have to say, I know I just talked about this, but really live music and travel. So in the last week, I've gone to 2 concerts, which doesn't sound like maybe a huge deal, but that's more concerts than I've gone to in a year. Last week, I did randomly go to a concert that we got invited to very last minute. I went to see New Order and Pet Shop Boys, and also Paul Oakenfold was the opener, like for DJing. It was so good. And the concert itself was so good. And then the concert this past weekend was really good. And we traveled to Cleveland for it. But just, I don't know. I've just been really happy with travel again. And the idea that I have travel coming up really soon in the future. I'm like a month away from the longest vacation I've taken in 16 years. And I really need that. And I'm somebody who really looks forward to travel as like a beacon, if you will. Like if stuff is hard at work, and right now work is very busy. I love my job, I really do, but it's very, very busy. So I love having that thing to look forward to, and it just really makes me happy. Also, I feel like during this time in these videos where I talk about stuff bringing me joy, I've been talking about like books and movies and TV shows. Let me tell you about the book I'm reading right now that is not bringing me incredible joy, but I'm still forcing my way through it. Have y'all read Book Lovers already? I'm reading it because it was such a popular book. It was recommended so many times. And guys, I'm like halfway through this thing. I could have told you within 10 pages of this book starting exactly the timeline it was going to take and exactly how it's going to end. Now, I'm not at the end yet. Maybe they could throw a wrench in the situation, but I'd be willing to bet money that I could tell you the exact line of events that this book is going to take place. And I don't know. That kind of thing just kind of bores me a little bit, you know? Did you like Book Lovers? Anyway, recommend your books to me down below as always. So this is usually the point where I stop the video, but I do want to add just one more thing of something else to talk about. So, okay, this part is a little like, for me. So I've talked in past videos, probably way too much, about how we are in the process of looking for a new home and how we're going to be moving soon and everything like that. As a lot of you know, the market is just a little nuts right now, and you know, things are selling for higher, they're selling really fast, or you know, it's starting to quiet down, but just things are just very different than they were when I bought a house in 2011. So this will be the second house I've purchased. But I made what I'm now believing was kind of a mistake. And I put something on my Instagram stories, and I think I also put it on Twitter, saying, guys, we put in an offer on a house. Please send good vibes. Please send good thoughts. And so many of you were so kind, and everyone was sending good thoughts and good vibes and like just good energy. And I so appreciate that. But the reason that I kind of regret putting that out there is because we did lose, our offer was not accepted. Our offer was not accepted on that house. They did accept a more attractive offer, which, you know, I can never blame a seller for wanting to accept the most attractive offer. But this house kind of broke me. People talk about the one. Was it the one? And I'm not going to lie, like my agent, before we even put in the offer, asked me, do you think it's the one? And I said to her, I was like, I don't believe in the one. I believe this could be a one, but there's 10 other the ones out there. We'll find something. And I was being casual about it, but in my head, I was like, I really want this house. I really want this house. And again, we were passed over for the house, and it kind of devastated me. Since then, we have paused on looking for a home for a little bit, at least till we get back from vacation, because I'm still, you know, it's been 2 weeks, I think, almost, since our offer was rejected, and I'm still crushed. I'm absolutely crushed by this. Now, here's what I want to say, though. People mean so well when they say phrases like, this just means it wasn't meant to be. There's something else out there for you that's better. I had the same thing happen to me where I lost a house and I found something better. People mean so well that when they say that. But for me, I think I just need to just be sad about this for a minute, you know? I truly don't believe that we're going to find this much house for the price in the area we're looking for. I don't think we are, because this one was a unicorn. We should have gone in with a stronger offer, but anyway. So people, again, mean so well when they say it just wasn't meant to be. But I personally don't believe in meant to be. I'm not a personal believer of fate. So I would ask in the comments that you don't say that if you don't mind. But yeah, I just have had a lot of people sending me DMs saying, did you get the house? Did you get the house? And I know it's because people want to be excited for me, but I keep ignoring it because I don't want to have to answer that question repeatedly of, nope, we didn't get it. Nope, we didn't get it. Because I'm having a hard enough time letting this go as it is, that if I keep answering, it's just going to make it worse. And I'm sorry, I know that for a lot of people, this can be like first world problems. It's like, oh, you didn't get the house you wanted, boo-hoo. Do you know how many people don't have housing? And I do know that. Please know that. But for anybody who has purchased a home before, you know that it is a very, very, very emotional journey. And being a person who is emotional as it is, it's like kicking me off the edge. So my mental health for that and several other reasons has kind of been in the gutter lately, but one thing that is bringing me joy out of that also is you all. You all have been so supportive and so amazing. And this year has just been a big one for me here on YouTube. And I'm so thankful to have you all on this YouTube journey with me in general. So yeah, okay. Sorry that I just got a little serious there, but I just want to let you all know where my head is at, why my video schedules have been a little bit wonky lately, because I'm trying. I'm really, really trying, and I love it when I can film for you all. I love talking to you all in the comments, but there are times that are harder for me than others. Right now is one of those, but I'll get through it, and we'll get through it together. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I always say this, but I always say, please give this video a thumbs up. And you hear YouTubers say it all the time, but that's because when you give it a thumbs up, hell, if you hated this video, give it a thumbs down. That's still engagement. That still helps me. If you leave a comment, if you share these videos, that just helps my channel out so much. And there are so many new faces, and I really do think it's because of how many of you guys have been interacting with my videos and spreading it out there, and it means the world to me. So thank you so, so much for that. You all can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all GlitterFallout, and as always and forever. I mean this so much. You are super freaking rock stars, and I love you so much with my entire whole heart. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.